Rolling. All right, guys, happy Tuesday, May 7th. Before we get rolling, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, to the dads that are running double duties, to the moms, to the grandmothers, to the stepmoms out there. Hopefully this weekend that you guys are spoiled, you guys do something special, maybe just relax and do nothing at all. My hope is that you guys feel as special as you guys truly are. And I wanted to lead with this today. With it being Mother's Day this weekend, I think all of you have an opportunity to leverage Mother's Day for prospecting and marketing. There's tons of things that you guys can do right now to get prepared. And this goes along with any holiday. I don't care if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever it is. When you have something as big as Mother's Day, you guys have an opportunity to make a high note of some of the top places to go for food. Where are the best places to get flowers? What types of deals do they have at the Oakland Flower Market? Like literally create a list that you can talk about on social media that you're helping your consumers have, access to. Some people right now are booking reservations at multiple restaurants and then calling their sphere and saying, hey, I booked a bunch of reservations. Do you need reservations for this weekend? Wonderful, I got you covered. So take this opportunity to market and prospect to Mother's Day, but also I want to encourage everybody, if you're in the booth, or excuse me, if you're in Sacramento, if you're in Oakland, I would take this opportunity to go in there and make a video, send a sweet message out to your mom, to your grandmother, to your stepmother, to the important moms in your life, and create a video and do that in the booth. Highly want to encourage that. You guys have an opportunity to. So that's why I want to start out. So happy early Mother's Day to all the moms on the call. I'm actually going to turn it over to Karina for our quick teaching moment of the week. Let's go to Karina.
All right, so today's teachable moment is about disclosing prior reports and repairs. CAR came out with a really good quick guide on this, which I'll share in Slack, but just to hit the highlights for you guys, one of the most common questions I get is, do the sellers have to disclose something, or how should they disclose something? And the answer is almost always yes. They should disclose to the best of their ability all material facts that will affect the value and desirability of the property. So yes, they have to disclose if there's been a problem or defect that's been repaired, because it could happen again. Yes, they have to provide copies of reports, inspections, disclosures, warranties, maintenance recommendations, estimates, studies, surveys, any other document pertaining to the condition or repair of the property. That is per paragraph 5 of the SPQ on the listing side. Yes, a disclosure has to be made no matter how long ago the repair took place or how old the document is. Yes, brokers have to provide the documents from a previous sale if it happened within 3 years. Those files stay with that broker. So if the client uses the same broker or yourself to represent them in that sale of the property within 3 years, that disclosure package needs to be in your new disclosure package. Yes, a listing agent or a seller who receives a copy of the inspection report by a previous buyer needs to disclose it and provide a copy to the new buyer. So for example, a buyer gets into contract, does investigations, then cancels. They need to give a copy of all those reports they generated to the seller at no cost. That's per paragraph 12D of the RPA. And that seller will need to give a copy of that to any new buyer. And then part 2, the NAR settlement, we've got a little lag time there. They're going into effect in August 17th instead of July at this point in time. That's the latest.
Awesome. Good stuff, Karina. And obviously, we're going to do our very best to get in front of all this communication, make sure that everyone's prepped and prepared for the road ahead. But you've got a little bit more time just to make sure that everything is fine-tuned, that you understand how to communicate, why to work with me, and how that actually works, and how I'm going to legally be able to advocate for you and represent you. So that's a part of the process that does not exist right now. And so it's going to be a little clunky and a little new to everyone. So we have some time to just make sure that we're over prepared. I forgot to put the slide in, but Patrick, I want to talk about Lights Camera Action this week. I see you here live and direct. So I want to turn the mic over to you about what we're doing this week in Oakland at HQ for Lights Camera Action, introduction to our shredders. So I want to talk a little bit about the cadence for this week, my man.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Elias, my friend and compatriot in Lights Camera Action. If you have not attended yet, Lights Camera Action is an amazing opportunity for you to level up your content game. We've already had our session one, which was really well received by the folks who were there. If you attended and you liked it, go ahead and drop some positive feedback in the comments so people who haven't gone can feel affirmed to go this time. So, for this next chapter of it, we're going to be focusing a lot on sort of best practices as well as introducing you to the Shredditors themselves. Obviously, this process has been pretty efficient as far as being able to get your stuff submitted, getting it cut and turned around, but many folks haven't actually seen our editors, haven't been able to ask them any questions or hear from them personally. So one thing we're going to be doing is we're going to have them all kind of video call in, and you guys are going to have a chance to talk to them. They're going to have a chance to talk to you. And we just want to give you some advice on sort of just in general best practices for shooting your content, best practices for communicating how to get the best edit out of these editors, and in general, just how to optimize your content to be able to get the best results you can. So really excited for that. This series, again, has been really helpful, not only for you guys to hear some advice and feedback on how to level up your game, but for us to hear from you, your guys' questions, concerns, and things that might be holding you back. So really excited for that. That will be this Friday. The time for that is
12 to 2.
of course, it is 12 to 2. Knew that the whole time. And lastly, a challenge for you guys. We obviously have Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. I want you guys to take this opportunity, if you would like, to really showcase what makes your mom so amazing. I think one thing that really is helpful when it comes to, sorry, I have a leaf blower outside of my house right now. One thing that's really helpful is for people to get to know who you are as a person. Obviously, we all post a lot of real estate stuff, but there's something to be said about getting a connection with your audience that goes beyond just your work. And bringing in family is an excellent way to do that. Again, we have editors. So if you've got a badass photo of your mom in a fur jacket and some big 70s glasses and her holding you for the first time, all that stuff can be incorporated into you just pouring your heart out, just talking about how your mom helped you to get where you are today. So I really, really encourage you guys to take that opportunity. I assure you that your engagement on those posts is going to be incredible because people just love to hear about you and not just your work. So that's my challenge for you guys today. Our editors have a ton of bandwidth right now. So whether it's this Mother's Day post or whether it's just some content you want to use to keep the ball rolling with your business, our editors are ready, they are waiting, and they are happy to help you take your content to the next level. So get on your Mother's Day post. We'll see you on Friday at Oakland headquarters at 12 p.m. And yeah, that's all I got.
I love it. I love it. And I'm just looking at Oakland right now. So Dewey, who is that right there? Erica, Kuhn, Justin, Angelica, Samiri. I'm going to Sacramento. Who is that? Chris, Sophia, Ryan. I think that's Sarah. That's 9 people. You guys can hop in the booth and create a video today about Mother's Day. Send something cool. Here's another idea for you guys. I would recommend that you do a raffle of some sorts. Dewey and Peter did a really good job at this last year for teachers. If you guys did a raffle starting tomorrow or starting today, where you're going to raffle off a bouquet of flowers that you go and purchase, $150, $100, whatever your budget is, and then say, hey, tag a mom, tag a mom, tag a mom, create a video. I promise you that video would do really well. I would also encourage you to go live with a very special mother in your life. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your auntie, maybe it's your grandmother, but go live on Instagram to really showcase these beautiful women in our lives. So that's all I have to say about Mother's Day, but there's some ideas to get the ball rolling, to get the ideas flowing, and let's get right into the slides for the week. All right, guys, so welcome to all of our first timers. If you are here at a Team Fast meeting for your very first time, go ahead and throw an emoji on the screen. We'd like to welcome you. Thanks for being here. Let's go to community contributions. contributions. We got a ton of stuff on the calendar that we're going to talk about in a couple slides, but as always, let's turn it over to you guys. What's going on in your neck of the woods? Who has an event that's coming up? Who has a appreciation event, an educational event? Who has something that is scheduled and wants to talk about that event in the next couple weeks? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? All right, cool. Let's move on then. Let me go back to my slides here. All right, cool. Then let's just get right into the new escrows for the week. So Blessing and Jessica got in a contract on Op City for $103,000. Ina and Otis got in a contract on a flex deal for $324,000. So shout out to the Leads program. Let's go to Jessica. She is actively walking right now, but I'm sure she would love to talk about this deal with her and Blessing. Or Blessing, do you want to pass it over to Blessing?
I can pass it over to Blessing.
All right, cool. Let's go, Blessing.
Is she on the call?
She is,
Hey,
yeah. Well, she's right in
I'm
the center
here.
of my. Let's go.
Hey guys, so this is definitely a testament to why you should partner. I got this lead accidentally because I did not turn off my Op City when I was in Tennessee. So ended up taking the call because I don't want to miss it. Had a great conversation. She ends up being the fiduciary for a trustee and knew exactly what she wanted. So I was able to schedule the showing and then have Jessica take her. They ended up not wanting the one that she actually reached out to, but she had seen another one. But because of our conversation, she felt comfortable enough to hire us. That was for sale by owner trailer. So we were able to get the BRBC signed, no pushback on our compensation, and got her into contract. I will say that I probably made my biggest mistake on this contract. Please make sure that you are not distracted, or like if you're just in a state where you're not able to check all of your I's and T's and make sure that they're dotted, definitely leverage your partner. I actually sent over the offer to the seller directly with no price on it. And he called me back cracking up saying that he would accept our offer, and he wrote in $2 billion. Clearly that's not valid, but it made his day. My grace of like not falling apart. He was just like, I get it, what's happening. But it was great communication because the first interactions with both parties was to build rapport and find out exactly what their needs were. So we were able to get that into contract, and they are doing the inspection on Thursday, but all funds have already been wired over, and it's just a matter of clearing escrow.
Awesome. I love the leverage. I love the partnership. These two came to me a couple months ago and they said, we're going to form a partnership within the team. I'm like, do it. And I'm here for it. So it's great to see you guys, forming this partnership, and make sure that you're looking, double checking, and even hopping in Karina's room to say, hey, is there anything that we're missing here? So great stuff, you guys. Congratulations. Let's move to the next category. Sarah got in contract with Danielle for $350,000. I think I see Sarah next to Ryan in the office. Is that Sarah next to you, Chris? Is that Sarah? Give me a thumbs up if it is. It's hard for me to see. Talk to us about this deal. What was the strategy? What worked? What did you see? What did you experience? Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so this is actually our seller client in Rodeo, who was recently red tagged by the county due to the broken windows on his property.
Hold on really quick. Sarah, it's really far away. Is there any way you could come a little bit closer? I know you got baby right there with you. Look at that. No excuses.
Our seller lead in Rodeo, he was recently red tagged by the county for his broken windows. So he was urgent to sell. We originally accepted an offer, but that offer didn't work out. But we accepted another offer a couple days later. So we're actually double ending the deal with an investor. So we're set to close hopefully today, if not tomorrow. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. And I love it. Despite having a little one on her hip, she is showing up in a very big way. So congratulations to you. Love it. Let's continue cruising on through the slides. All right, next up is Lisette and Vernon. Now, they had quite a busy week. I'm going to turn the mic over to them in just a second. Lisette's going to be represented on both of their behalves. And then Cynthia got in contract for 560. So Lisette, 555, 675, 740. you guys are on a tear. They had a challenging first quarter. Like a lot of people had a challenging first quarter. But if you spend any time with these two, you know how resilient they are, and these two are warriors. So Lisette, talk to us about this.
Well, I am just feeling ourselves right now. It is a wonderful feeling to come back from a tough first quarter, because it was a tough first quarter. Two of the clients that you see on there, we fell out of contract on. One of them, the most horrible experience has happened to me in all 25 years of being in real estate, where one day before we closed, the seller fell into, she got really sick and has been placed in a medical induced coma, which she's still in. And needless to say, that, I mean, horrible, like a horrible situation. She's young, she has children, horrible situation. But nonetheless, my job is to protect my buyer. And originally, this was her dream home. We waited out as long as we could, which was 3 weeks, you guys, to try to hope that, you know, the seller would wake up, something would happen. And eventually we had to walk away, only to truly, truly find her dream home this second time around. We had zero competition. I lowballed the offer. I kept all contingencies in place, and it had the one thing that she wanted, which was a pool. So it was a horrible situation, but it ended up being in her favor. And we're super excited. We're closing in 2 weeks on that one. The other one of our clients is actually one of Vernon's clients, and I am absolutely going to give him his props, because he had outstanding relationships both times with both listing agents. We fell out of contract. Funny enough that Karina's talking about disclosures, because I'm really adamant about disclosures. And once we started having our trusted inspectors and doing due diligence, the lies just kept crumbling and unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. And so we pulled out of that transaction. Was it in my best interest? No, my pocketbook is hurting, but we're not here for ourselves. We're here for our clients, and we have to protect them regardless of how it affects us. So we pulled out of that transaction, and God is so good, because once again, Vernon established a wonderful relationship with the new listing agent. And this time around, we also beat out one offer. We kept all contingencies in place, you guys, and gave them exactly what they wanted. And we won that offer, really over Vernon's amazing relationship with the listing agent once again. And the third offer, there's actually 4 for this week, but one is a new development, and I don't have the signed agreement yet, so you'll see that one for next week. But this other one that we went into contract, this one was not so easy. It was a fixer in a great location in Concord. So they had like 9 offers, I believe. So we beat out multiple offers. We were not the highest. We did remove all contingencies, but we were not the highest. And the reason, once again, why we beat out 9 offers was over relationships. So I got to give it to my boy Vernon, because he did an outstanding job establishing relationships and trust. And here we are, basking in complete gratitude.
Oh, well said. Congratulations to you. When he said that you were going to speak on behalf of these deals, he was right. You're going to represent. But, you know, congratulations on those 3 deals, 4th deal as well. But I also want to congratulate you. For the people that don't know, Lisette is going to be working hand in hand with me as our conversion coach for our seller, Zillow Seller Connection Program. And so she's going to help all the agents on that lead source and helping them convert at a higher level. So Lisette, we're stoked to have you on this side, to be working with you as a conversion coach. So congratulations on that. And I cannot wait to see what the road looks like ahead for the program. So congrats to you on both fronts.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue cruising on. Next up on the list is Joseph and Ronnie at 630. Patrick Jane came into contract twice, 650 and 675. So great job, Patrick. And then Michelle got into contract for 699. So great job to everybody that made it on the board in these categories. Let me see who I have on. Let's go here. Let's go Let's go, Michelle. Michelle, talk to us about this deal. What was the strategy? What worked? Tell us about this deal. Let's have you grab the mic, but after you share, don't go too far. Let's go, Michelle.
Well, like Lisette was saying, relationships can really be the make and break of a deal. My clients saw this home, they fell in love with it. They just knew it was the one. And so we wrote an offer. This was their first offer out the gate. They had been looking for months, but this is the only one. They were like, okay, this is it. So I called the listing agent. I chopped it up with him. It turns out he's a veteran. My client's a veteran. So I brought that up, and he was like, oh, and I kept telling my clients, go back to the open houses, talk to them, chat them up, be charming. I told the husband, pull that leg out and just do your thing. And so the listing agent really liked us. He really pushed it to the seller. We did not have the highest offer. We did receive a multiple counter offer, and we just stood firm on what they were willing to offer. We did agree to remove the home inspections, because the seller had already done inspections on the house in the past and cleared both of those reports. So we removed those contingencies, but kept the loan and appraisal as they were. And we're just moving right along. Everything's going smooth so far.
I love that. I love that you and Doug both said that you weren't the highest offer, but the relationship is what won the offer. So congratulations to you. Don't go too far. We're going to come back to you in just a moment, but shout out to you. Shout out to Jung Hee, got in contract twice, 800 and then 945,000. Cynthia Peterson, this is her second deal in a contract. Nina Loffer, I call this her wedding escrow. She got in the contract for 900,000, and then Hector got in the contract for 900,000 as well. So congrats to everybody on the board in these categories. I don't know who is on. Let me just double check really quick. And then let's try Hector and let's try Jung Hee. All right, cool. One big clap for these four, and we are going to move on to the next category. All right, Mark B and Cyrus got in a contract on a flex deal for 924, and Jen and Joseph Chin got in a contract for 925. So congratulations to everybody in this category. Jen, I see you there. Let's have you talk to us about this deal. Talk to us about the strategy, what your experience, and how you were able to win. Let's go to you.
So this is a past client that I met at at one of my open houses about 2 or 3 years ago. And from that open house, we closed about 3 leads. And this particular client has referred us about 2 or 3 leads. So this is their mother's home. And we ended up getting 4 preemptive offers. Yeah. So love on your past clients. And if your clients ask you out for tea, go to drink tea with them.
That's right. That's right. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations, Joseph, Cyrus, and Mark. And let's continue cruising on. Eric King. Eric King, he is back with a vengeance this year. He has a little chip on his shoulder, which I absolutely love. Got in a contract for 995,000. So great job to you, King. Appreciate everything that you're doing. Let's continue on to the next category. Cyrus and King once again got in a contract for 1170. Julie, the numbers agent, 1143, and then Justin Sapah for 155. Justin, I think I see you in the office there. Justin, I'm gonna have you grab the mic, my man. Talk to us about this deal. Talk to us about your work. So tell us a little about it. Let's go.
So I met this client at an open house a few months ago.
We can hear you.
And then, hello, you hear me? So I met this client at an open house a few months ago, and then I did some follow-up. They had an agent at the time too, but then while doing some follow-up, they said that they're looking for a whole year. They lost 6 offers, so they're kind of exploring their options. Then, I had a 45-minute call with them, told them about what I could do, gave them a good strategy, and we got our offer accepted the same week.
I absolutely love it. Great job to you. And Jen, just, give you a shout out, open house killer. You guys knocking on doors, doing open houses. You have to look back at your last 3 months and be like, how many open houses and doors have I actually knocked? Justin's absolutely crushing it. Kuhn's absolutely crushing it. And if you guys aren't aren't willing to do open houses and door knock, you're missing a huge opportunity. So great job to you, my man. Congrats. I know that makes Jen happy. You guys are her mentees and her, in her direct organization for EXP, but congratulations. You guys, you crushed it this week. 22 new escrows, over $17 million of new pending escrows right now. And when we think about the company overall, you guys have sold 226 homes this year and $164 million in closed production. When we compare this to the same time last year, we're about $20 million off, but our team is a little bit smaller. So I think in hindsight, we're actually doing better, even though the news from the settlement came out. That hasn't slowed us down one bit. So you guys should give yourself a huge round of applause, huge pat on the back. And so continue to do this, continue to prospect, and all of your problems are solved by lead generation. All of your problems in this business are solved by lead generation. So great job to you guys. Take a screenshot of that, share that on social, and let's go back over to Michelle. Michelle, we wanted to highlight you. We want to edify you. We want to make you the story of the week. Not only for this transaction, but how you were committed to your growth, how you were showing up, how you've recommitted to your business. You're an amazing person, amazing mother. You are a hustler. And so we wanted to give you a shout out as the official fast story of the week. So Michelle, would you like to share anything, say anything to the group about this story of the week?
I'm surprised, flattered, honored, and it always feels good to be seen. I do work hard. I haven't seen the results of it for a while. I've had a rough few years, and it feels good to finally be getting back into it and showing what I can do and being the hustler that I am. I've always had 2 or 3 jobs at one time and been about my business. So it feels good. Thank you.
That's right. About her business, and I love it. And yeah, you've had a really challenging last couple of years, and so we're here for you. Love to see what's working for you in your business right now. So congratulations to you. Let's go to some new marketing resources, you guys. If you go to your fastafmarketing.com, you're going to see in there some new opportunities to do case studies. For example, the one on the right, the one on the the 2 on the right, the white one and the lighter gray one. Now you have an opportunity to talk more about case studies. I love you, but the consumer doesn't care about you. A just sold, a pending doesn't serve anybody else other than you. Talk about the story. If you went into contract and you were able to beat out, 5 offers, if you were able to sell the property in, a short amount of days and $50,000 over asking, and you had X amount of people come to your open houses and, you had 20 offers, those are the things that should be in your marketing, not just, hey, look at me, I just sold this property. That's a vanity piece and that's a vanity play. And so what you'll find is you'll find new resources in the marketing hub to really take that storytelling to a completely different level. So tap in. There's going to be more stuff that we're adding in the coming weeks. So you have some new assets in the marketing hub. All right, let's look ahead. Before we go on, I wanted just to slow down. And I wanted to say happy anniversary to Sapal, happy anniversary to Liz, and happy anniversary to Cam. Cam is currently probably in Colombia, but we want to thank you 3 for all of your hard work and dedication and being a part of this team, and we appreciate you choosing us. But a special happy anniversary, work anniversary to Karina. Karina's been one of the day ones. We all worked together at Climb prior to coming here, but she's been, hand in hand with Kenny for many, many years. And so we couldn't have been able to grow to the place where we are. We couldn't do this without her. She is the link that binds us all together. So Karina, I just want to tell you that it's been an amazing, amazing journey together. I love you. I appreciate you and wishing you the best of happy work anniversary. So let's give some love to all these people. Give them some emojis, give them some love. Happy anniversary to everybody. All right, cool.
Thank you. I like
Let's
7 years
continue cruising on.
counting.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy how fast the last 5 years have gone. So I appreciate you guys. Looking forward to another 5 years at the end. Then I'm done. I'm retired. But anyways, let's go to this week. We have Life of an Escrow. I feel that this is sometimes it's a little bit more of a daunting area. And what I mean is that when you're looking at your buyer's consultation and you're explaining the life of an escrow, sometimes what we find it hard to do is articulate that three things are happening behind the scenes. You have things that are happening with the loan, things are happening with title, and things are happening with property. And those are all moving along this timeline to obviously close on time or close ahead of time. Well, explaining that and understanding how to organize that transaction to make sure that it closes, and what are the things that we should be doing? What's the tech? What are the checklists? And so this week we're going to go full tilt once again. If you haven't tapped into these sessions and you want to watch the replay, you guys can find those in Fast Class. But tune in this week at 9 o'clock. And then next week, we're doing a masterclass on how to pull comps. Dominique Curtis on our team is going to co-lead that session. I think Kenny will probably chime in on that session as well. But we got some great things in store for you guys. So be on the lookout. Make sure you're there. If you're not able to be there, go back in Fast Class and watch that. Now, we have some exciting news. Oakland, you guys are going to want to look at this. We have auditions. If you are a newer agent, if you are not on a lead source right now, if you want an opportunity to get on leads, we're actually doing a Zillow audition. This is your opportunity to audition live with me, Kenny, Dan, maybe Molly and Karina as well. I'm not too sure if we'll all be there, but us three will definitely be there. And this is going to be like American Idol. You're going to come in, you're going to deliver your script, and we're going to choose the people that were obviously qualified, did a great job. We did this when we first launched the program, but now we are bringing this back. So excited for this. You'll be more information on this. You'll see the information come in, the scripts and so on and so forth. But this is going to be Thursday, May 23rd. Dan Sundberg, did you want to talk anything about this before we cruise on?
Yes, I do. So a couple points about this, the auditions. So the auditions are open to anyone to come in and roll through. To get onto the actual Flex team and start receiving leads, there is a closings requirement in terms of the number of closings that you've had to have, but what we're looking to do is build the bench. So get people in, because we have seen our lead volume from Zillow Flex go from very, very low to very, very high over the last year or so. And just for some context, last year we had 27 closings total from Zillow Flex. This year so far, we've got 40 pending and closed already. So the volume that we're seeing come through Zillow has really, really accelerated. And so we're trying to build a bench out. We want to identify people who are going to be next up. And even if you audition and you don't have the number of closings to get access, but you have a really great audition, there's a pond that you can get access to as part of Flex as well to start calling through that are exclusive Flex only leads. And if you can make something happen with those leads, then you get to the top of the list for when a spot does open up and when you do qualify for the Flex program. So we'll be sending more information through, I think, Slack. Elias, do you know which channel we're going to be posting that in?
I'm say exclusives, but
it'll be in the Team Fast exclusive channel.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, looking forward to it. Hope to see lots of people there.
Yes, I love it. And on that same thread, you guys, we want to honor all the people that have converted an online lead this year, and we're going to do this 6 times throughout the year. So we're making an official announcement right now, you guys. We are now launching cocktails for converters. This is anybody that's been in our Zillow Flex, Zillow Seller, Ojo, or Op City. We're going to choose a cool location. Stay tuned for more information on that actual location, but raise your hand right now. Oakland, Sacramento, and wherever else you are dialing in from, if you have closed an online lead that was generated from the company this year, please raise your hand. Or give me an emoji on the screen. That's easier. All right, cool. So you guys get to join us for Cocktails for Converters. We're going to choose a dope place. The first location will probably be in the Oakland area because that's where the highest concentration of closings were for this year. So Dan, anything on this one?
I think Otis has got a recommendation for her where he really, really wants to go in Oakland, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we might take him up on that. So that's the locations to be determined. We're going to come together. We're going to have some cocktails. Even if you don't drink, we'll have mocktails there. We're going to have some light appetizers. And this is something that we're going to do 6 times throughout the year. So this is how we're looking at it. We obviously have our hustlers lunch for the top people that are tracking in home. Then we have a happy hour and appetizers for our top converters. And then we have our hustlers, or excuse me, our top producer dinner. So want to make sure that we are celebrating your accomplishments on all kinds of different fronts. So be on the lookout for this. Cocktails for converters. This is brand new for our environment, and we're super, super stoked. All right, guys. Once again, make sure to reserve your calendar July 16th. In lieu of this meeting right here, we are doing in person. That will be at HQ, where we're going to do a mid-year review, talk about all of the top performers, up to this point of the year, and then also talk about the initiatives for the rest of the year, what we're working on, what we're doing in our directional focus as a company. And just like last year, come out and join us for our annual cookout. Last year was so much fun. The kids were out there throwing the football. Brian's working the grill. Everyone's having some fun. So come out, join us this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's July 25th. These things are on the calendar. So make sure that you're paying attention to what is on the calendar and you come out to these important events. Make sure to grab this. Once again, we want to make it a little bit easier for you, but also I want to encourage everybody not to just grab this, by all means grab this, but I want you to go to content ideas, and I want you to do that today. Go to the content ideas channel in Slack. And what I want you to do is I just want you to go back through the last, 5 to 10 posts. What you'll see is a cool article. You'll see, the details of that article, maybe even a video about that. And then what it's done in that content channel is we've produced scripts for you. So now you don't even have to worry about what do you actually say about this clip or about the subject. The scripts are already created for you. So you guys, you have this, you have your content ideas, you have proximity to the booth. Oakland, Sacramento. So get in there, leverage this, and take your content game to the next level. So you guys, that is about it on our end. Before we close out today's meeting, does anybody have anything that they want to contribute, add, or say before we head out? Lisette, are you trying to put yourself off of mute or no? Okay, cool. I don't know. You kept reaching. I just want to make sure I didn't skip you. Is there something?
I do. Most of us as agents really don't see all the hard work that you, Kenny, Molly, Karina, we don't see all the hard work that goes, behind the scenes. And sometimes, we're kind of just jerks, let's be real, and we just demand so much. And we don't understand that there's human beings really working their butts off for us. And now that I'm getting a little glimpse of that, I'm just really shooketh. I'm grateful for all that you guys do. Thank you is not even enough, but thank you is what I'm going to say, because you guys really go hard, and I mean hard for us.
Wow. I really appreciate that. And we do. And you guys, your success is all we want to see. And we appreciate stuff like that. We really appreciate those kind words. But as a senior leadership team, like your guys' success, the success of the company, this is what we eat, sleep, and breathe. Me, Molly, Karina, and Kenny have been together since day one. And so that's what we're about, is making sure that this company is in a good position and that you guys feel that you're seen, you're heard, and that you're accepted in this environment. And so we're going to continue to look for programs, look for opportunities to celebrate you, but how do we get you more opportunities? How do we get you more lead sources? How do we do more cool things in the office, bring more cool people in to speak to you guys, do another, fast boost down the road, all these things. So we're always looking at how can this impact them and how can this improve the quality of their life? So we're always looking out for you guys. So Lisette, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that sentiment. We thank you, and we will continue to work our asses off to make sure that you guys have everything that you deserve as agents, because you guys are the best of the best. So we thank you. We appreciate you. If you need anything at all, let me know. Make sure to see the calendar, because there's some cool things like our Lights, Camera, Action. Next week, we're doing in person. It's on the calendar already, you guys. In Hayward, we're doing a huge script role play session next Monday. It's on the calendar already. So take a look at the calendar. Know it's on there. Get involved. Raise your hand and show up, because showing up is half the battle in this business, you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate all your hard work. Way to have a absolute killer week, and let's keep it up. Peace.